Hello and welcome to the Basque. We're so happy to have you. Today we're going to have the Gateway Community Foundation. Michael Rowland's going to be here to just tell us the great things they do. I don't know if many of you are familiar with Gateway. They have helped us get our grant pads. They have helped other organizations and businesses in Buchanan and in the area. They are a really wonderful corporation, so I'm just excited to learn more about them. I know they have done a lot for us. So I'm going to introduce to you Mr. Michael Rowland. Thank you
so much.
Yay!
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for taking some time out of your morning for me. I'm really excited to speak to everybody today. And thank you to Buchanan Area Senior Center for everything you do to make the community a better place to live. The Community Foundation and the Senior Center have a shared mission in that sense, a shared vision of creating a stronger, more vibrant, caring community. And while most folks know what the Senior Center does, the Community Foundation is often misunderstood and people don't actually know what we do or who we help or why it matters. So I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to everyone this morning and kind of share what we do, and I'll be able to answer any questions after the presentation as well. So we'll get started. All right. So community foundations have a unique role in the communities we serve. And for our organization, we serve South Berrien and Cass counties. First of all, we bring together financial resources of individuals, families, and business support effective nonprofits in their communities. We're essentially a scholarship organization, and we give grants to different organizations like the Senior Center. But we also have special latitude as a public charity, and where we can do things government can't. We can be a first funder. We can help organizations begin their organization as a nonprofit. And we can do things within the school systems and within the local government to help bring projects to life. In addition to being leaders in philanthropy and innovation, we also know our communities really well. I always tell people that I meet with is that we're not just here to cut checks to people, but we're here to make introductions. If I have a meeting with someone that is looking to have some type of impact in the senior community, well, I know how to connect them with Adam. So that's where we kind of fill in a gap within the community to bridge, different organizations and bridge ideas to make those things actually come to life. So our mission is fostering a community of philanthropy for good forever and creating a strong, vibrant, caring community is our vision. I always bring this up because I think it's important that people understand that we're a forever organization. By the power of endowment and the fact that we only spend the earnings of the funds that we have, it allows the funds that you donate to us to last forever. A $100 donation for us is something that will continue to grow, and 100 years from now will be a lot more than $100. So that's where we kind of have a magic to what we do. And to kind of better explain that, I have a quick video I want to show you that tells you what we do. Hi, I'm Michael Rowland, President and CEO of Michigan Gateway Community Foundation. And I want to tell you a little bit about what we do, who we help, and why it matters. Michigan Gateway Community Foundation was founded in 1977 as part of the Buchanan Area Foundation and several members of Clark Equipment Company. Since then, we've expanded to serve the entire region of South Berrien and Cass counties. The foundation's magic lies in the power of endowment, which allows us to have everlasting impact on the communities we serve. There's so much to talk about when it comes to the work we do. So to narrow it down, I want to focus on three main areas: education, healthcare, and culture. As far as education, look no further than the Buchanan Promise, a wonderful gift from Walter Schirmer Jr. that provides every student in Buchanan access to funds for post-secondary education, whether that be for college, certification, or even trades. In addition to providing funds, we also provide resources to help students learn how to save for what might not be covered through our Kickstart for Careers program. The final piece is financial education, not only for the students, but also their parents, to learn how to save, learn how to budget, and learn how to make a better life for themselves. When it comes to healthcare, we have a great partnership with Spectrum Lakeland. We have worked together on a variety of projects, including bringing in primary physician into the city of Buchanan. Anyone living in small-town America knows how difficult it can be to get quality primary care close to home. So we are proud of the small part that we've played to make that happen. Another great partner is YMCA of Greater Michiana. We have partnered on a variety of projects and look forward to helping them grow in the future. Furthermore, we have ongoing projects like Nourish Niles and Help for Homes that ensure food security and safe housing for the Niles community. Finally, we have culture. This is a vital role where we do our part to make our community a place where you want to live, raise your children, and even grow your business. We support local attractions like Fernwood Botanical Garden, which provides 105 acres of nature, along with year-long environmental programs for all ages. We work to help preserve our history with projects like working with the Bonite House in Cassopolis, which is an integral part of restoring the Underground Railroad, or Peters Mill in Buchanan, one of the building blocks of the history of that community. We support Buchanan, Niles, and Cass libraries, as well as support the arts through the Tin Shop Theater and working to bring outdoor music to the communities of Niles and Buchanan. So if you're watching this and you're wondering, how can I make a difference? Come join us at Michigan Gateway Community Foundation and help us foster a community of philanthropy for good forever. So as you can see, we do a lot of work. Everything from here locally with education, I think everyone knows about Buchanan Promise, but it dives deeper than that. We help with getting counselors for the school system. We help with healthcare by bringing primary care into Buchanan. And in culture, I always tell people, if you go downtown and you throw a rock, you're probably going to hit something that we were involved in. So Buchanan is where we started as Buchanan Area Fund, and that's where a lot of our work has been, but we serve broader communities as well. So if you're someone that is in Niles or Cass, please know that we do work in your community as well. But since we're in Buchanan today, I'm going to try to focus a little bit on what we're doing for the community that we're in today. These are some of the projects we worked on in fiscal year 2020. Our fiscal year goes to March 31st, so oftentimes when we do presentations this time of the year, we're looking back a little bit farther. But I think everybody remembers the West Marin Department of Fire Relief. That's a great example of how a community foundation can come in and provide resources that maybe the government can't, or that other organizations need more time to be able to develop. So we were able to raise over $10,000 and then contributed ourselves to the Angel Fund at RAM and provided a resource center to bring items such as clothing. Folks really did a lot of heartwarming work. They brought, one lady actually brought Ziploc bags with all the toiletries that you would need for every single person that lost their home in the fire. So that's really a local impact project that we were very excited to be part of. All Kids Bike is the biking program we have now at Buchanan schools, which is a great way to give our kids an opportunity to learn that. As I mentioned before, the primary care physician that we have in Buchanan, that was a project that we were able to contribute to. And as Adam mentioned, the grant pads that we have here, we're really excited about that opportunity to provide support to the senior center, and we look forward to contributing in the future as well. Buchanan Scarecrow Cherries, if anybody hasn't gone and seen their building that's going up actually right near here, please do so. We are very excited to be able to be a small part of that and help them outfit all the tooling and all the shelving and everything for their building. Buchanan Library, they're a continual partner. We have many agency funds with them, but we also help them revamp all of their technology. I heard recently, I just saw somewhere on Facebook or something, someone mentioned that every time they go to a library, they realize that in today's world, you could probably never pull off the creation of libraries if they didn't already exist, which is a common thought, but I take a little umbrage to that because community foundations are here. We're a huge supporter of library programs, a huge supporter of different social programs within the community, and can offer that, again, that gap where, whether it's government or the community can't actually support it. So we're very excited about the long-time relationship with Buchanan Library. Buchanan Bookmobile, we help them kind of get that set up. One Buchanan, I don't know if over the summer you got an opportunity to see the Equity and Inclusion series they did. It was beautiful. They had wonderful speakers. We were excited to be part of that. And then, as you know, we're still trying to recover from COVID-19. Our community was kind of struck pretty hard by this, and we needed support to be able to provide PPE for our school systems, in particular for our younger children. So the Buck Strong campaign was one of the campaigns we did right at the beginning as a special project. We were able to fund all the plexiglass and masks and cleaning supplies for all the local elementary and middle schools. In addition to that, we have many senior-focused funds. First is the Healthy Youth, Healthy Seniors. This is a fund that can help any community in the region that we serve, whether it be senior living projects or even youth projects. Help for Homes is a really neat fund we have in Niles. It provides funding for safe housing for seniors and low-income individuals to make necessary repairs that they couldn't otherwise afford. So we have an agency fund here at the Buchanan Senior Center. That's something that we're really proud of, that we can be a small part of making this a forever organization as well, that you have operating funds in perpetuity that are continuing to grow. The Cass County on Aging Fund, great partner for Cass County. They do wonderful work. The Greater Niles Senior Center Agency Fund, very similar to the fund we have here, and the Lakeland Healthcare Auxiliary Agency Fund, which is one of our largest agencies that provides a wide array of healthcare options for our community. So in our strategic plan that goes out to 2024, we have a lot of areas of focus. Obviously, we want to increase awareness of what we do and why it matters. That's why I'm here today. But we also want to expand our initiatives to focus on youth and mental health, especially with everything that's happened with COVID. We're seeing this rise in mental health issues, and we want to be a part of that solution. We want to strengthen our internal capacity to play a larger role. That has to do with us growing as an organization. We've already made a lot of changes over the last year to grow our capacity, grow our ability to do more special projects and be more involved in different ideas throughout the community. And obviously increase revenue from asset development. What does that mean? We have an endowment that we are continually growing through investments, but that is the organic way we grow it. The more important way we grow it is through donor engagement. So anyone in this room, or if you know anybody that is looking to make an impact, I'll give you a great example. If someone wants to give more resources to the senior center and they want to make sure that that is something that lasts in perpetuity, that's why we set up an agency fund for the organization. That's a great way that if you're looking to do any estate planning or you're looking to create a fund, we have options for everything. And then obviously collaborating within the community. We want to do a better job of being a conduit for other organizations. So when I talk about funds, we have actually a lot of different types of funds. Most of the time we focus on endowment, and just so everyone understands what endowment is, think of it as like a 401k. You have an investment fund that we only spend the interest on. So every year we have earnings on it, and we have a spending policy to make sure that that core amount stays there forever and grows. Our spending policy allows for inflation, for fees, anything that come along with it, so that way when someone makes a donation to us, they know every year in perpetuity that's going to continue to grow and continue to have greater impact. So some of those endowed funds are donor advised. That's when someone comes to us and says, they want to have impact in Buchanan for downtown development, and they want to have a voice in that. When someone gives a gift to the community foundation, it typically has a committee involved with it to make those decisions, and donor advised are when they actually give us their opinion of how they want those dollars spent. Field of interest is, a great example is Healthy Youth, Healthy Seniors. That is a fund that is, the name says everything. It's there to help create healthy lifestyles for seniors and youth. So we have a lot of flexibility to use those funds to make the greatest impact. So we do a lot of scholarships. Buchanan Promise, I think everyone knows about. That's something we're going to continue to grow. But we also have scholarships for all different types of, post-secondary education. I always tell people with Promise, everyone thinks of 4-year degrees. We've given Promise to students that are looking to become electricians. There's a young lady out in Idaho right now that's going to horse dentistry school. Buchanan is unique in the sense that we give opportunity to all students, regardless of how they were brought up, their income level, their race, gender, anything that has to do with their lives. We have an option for them, which is a great opportunity. Agency and designated funds. That's where it's specific to an organization. I use the fund that we have here at the Buchanan Area Senior Center. Those funds are annually distributed. They have a lot of flexibility for the organization to be able to use it to create best impact for their organization. They're great because at the end of the day, when it comes to giving money to a specific organization, that organization is going to know how to use those funds the most appropriately. So this gives the opportunity, whether it be the senior center, the Cass Area Agency on Aging, whatever the organization is, to be able to utilize those funds. Fixed annuity trust. These ones are kind of tricky. So oftentimes people want to give to the community foundation. They want to use the investments that they have, but they don't want to run out of funds before they run out of time. So fixed annuity trusts are kind of like a reverse mortgage, if you will. They give the funds to the community foundation. We can use those funds in real time to create immediate impact during that person's life. But what we do is we make a payment to that person every month, every quarter, every year, until the end of their life. So it's a great way that if you're looking to give a gift at the end of your life, but you want to actually be able to see it happen, this is a great product for that. Supporting organization funds, same thing, very similar to agency and designated funds, and then special project funds. Special project funds are often non-endowed, which means we can use all of the funds. You saw that with Buckstrong, you see that with the Westwinds Fire. They're usually relief programs where we're trying to make an impact on a specific issue that's in the community at that time. So there's lots of ways to help. Oftentimes, I think folks look at community foundations and say the only way that we can help them is write them a check. And that is certainly not the only way, or the most important way. The most important way is by utilizing your skills, by giving back to your community with your feet, by showing up. There's a lot of ways we offer that to the community. We have boards for every area that we serve. We have committees. We have a unity community that deals just in healthcare. We have scholarship committees. We have all different ways for you to volunteer to make a difference and help decide where those funds go within our community. Committee volunteering. We do projects throughout the year. We have a youth advisory council that is all local youth within high schools that provide volunteer work throughout the year. So when those come up, those aren't just for youth, those are also for community partners to come in, and we can be that conduit for you as well to find those opportunities. Obviously donate, that's a great way to give back to your community, but most importantly, spread the word. If you know someone that is looking for an opportunity to help, that they have a philanthropic soul, if you have that person, they don't know where to go, give them my card. Let them know what we do at the Michigan Gateway Community Foundation and how we help. So that's pretty much everything I have for you. Hopefully I gave you a good idea of what we do, who we help, and why it matters. But I'm also here for any questions.
I think my daughter received, she graduated from Niles, a scholarship she received from you guys.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have scholarships in pretty much every school in South Marion and Cass County. Those scholarships are a wide range of purposes as well. We have music scholarships. We have a great scholarship that we started here in Buchanan that deals specifically with camps. So if you have a student that would like to go to Interlochen Music Camp or would like to go to one of Fernwood's summer programs, but necessarily can't afford it, that's a scholarship we have in Buchanan that isn't the traditional scholarship of sending someone to a four-year university. So we try to keep that varied. We have music scholarship in Niles, which is a great one as well. But we're always looking for more. Those are great ways to impact young people.
We were proud, class of 1969, to be part of the initial Kickstart program.
Yes.
And we thought through our donations to our classmates and subsequent donations, that was a good way to have community.
Absolutely.
Money starting from children that were just entering the school system.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
thank you for your management of that. And we still continue to do that for our class of 69.
Yes,
So
yes, yes, and thank you to you and your class for making such a great impact on our youth. Kickstart for Careers is a great program that is part of the greater Buchanan Promise program. Obviously, the Buchanan Promise gives a $10,000 scholarship to be able to be used within 6 years of graduation from Buchanan schools for eligible students. But that's not the only way to help. We want to be able to help students learn how to save, learn how to create the opportunity for themselves. And that's where Kickstart comes in. It's a $50 gift to every kindergarten student in Buchanan school systems. And that's something that we follow with kind of the third leg of the educational stool with financial literacy. That's something we're really proud of, is that our promise isn't just something that is a one-time gift and we'll walk away from. It's more organic than that. We give our students in Buchanan an opportunity to not only have the funds available, but the opportunity to learn how to do it on their own. Because at some point, whether it's going to college, getting a job, even things as little as starting a family, it's a lot of work. And not everybody, we take for granted sometimes that not everybody has the opportunity to learn that organically at their own home. A lot of students come from low income, a lot of students come from broken homes. They need opportunity as well. And when you look at the full circle of Buchanan Promise, Kickstart, and financial literacy, we're giving them the tools to succeed.
So how does that work? You give them a $50 gift, and then do they invest it, or is it they can do whatever they want?
Yeah. So we actually put them in student savings funds, or right now they're at Honor Credit Union, and those continue to grow with a small amount of interest, and we do deposit days for the students. They are deposit-only accounts, so they do hold on until they're 18. So the nice thing about that is, they don't get 14, 15 years old, start thinking about a car and go buy it. This is something that is specifically for education. And then by having those funds there and doing those banking days to show them, this is how you save, here's how your money is growing, here's where we want to get to, and tie that to financial literacy, it gives them this just well-rounded idea of what it takes to get to the finish line with their education.
And if you did want to donate to the Buchanan Area Senior Center, we have a fund there. That's another way, other than besides donating here, you can donate directly to the fund, and then it's there forever, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the year, we send out an annual appeal to the community that gives a wide array of different funds and opportunities to give. This year, one thing we're doing a little bit differently is we're going to try to focus that a little bit more into the 3 buckets we spoke about, which are education, healthcare, and culture. The unique thing about Buchanan Area Senior Center that I love is that they fill all those buckets. They provide resources and opportunities to help in every avenue of our community. And so thank you for being that piece of our community and giving us the trust to be a small part of it.
So do the other towns have, like, Buchanan give to you, like you said, Cass County, or do they have a certain spot where they go, or do they come here and give their money the same as?
Yeah. So Buchanan is fortunate that we are headquartered here in Buchanan as an organization. We serve a lot of different communities, but generally speaking, we're here locally and serve out of here. That being said, we have area boards for every community we serve. We have a Cass area board, Niles area board, and Buchanan board. And those groups meet together and come up with ideas and resources to be able to help their individual communities. And then that rolls up to our trustee group, which obviously meets here in Buchanan. So we're represented in all of those communities, but we don't have physical offices in those communities. We really focus here in Buchanan.
I would like to know more about the volunteer.
Yeah. So there's a wide array, again, of ways to volunteer. So oftentimes that may not even just be with our organization. We can be that conduit to help you do that. Give some examples. Say you want to help with senior projects. That's something where we would work with this organization to come up with ideas where they can be a contributor to you. But they may want to do that 1 year and then also help with youth. Our relationship with the school systems can give them opportunities there as well. Also through our YAC, that Youth Advisory Council, that's something that we're always doing different activities, having them. Last year was kind of weird with COVID, but they were still able to do some really cool volunteer opportunities like the Give Back Day. I don't know if anyone saw that last year, where we worked with a great organization called the 523 Foundation that works with trying to curb youth addiction. And so we do these give back days at local police stations where people can bring in their old medicine and they'd have a safe place to take it to so it doesn't end up in the hands of our youth. But so we're always doing projects like that. And we have a list at the Community Foundation specifically of volunteers. So if you're interested in volunteering, all you would have to do is reach out to our organization. We'll put you on the list, and as things come up, we can also reach out to you to give you some insight on what's going on in the community. Well, again, thank you so much for having me. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our office at any time. Thank you, everyone in this room, for what you do for the community as well. And I'll look forward to talking with you again soon. Appreciate it.